Henry Cavill fired? Big Out died? Wait, that's a different video. Henry Cavill fired from the role of Superman just weeks after leaving under some curious reasons from The Witcher. By the way, your old boy has achieved a few industry insiders around that, and I will share what I can perhaps about his leaving. I'll put it this way. His leaving The Witcher was a little more complicated than just not liking the script. Okay, that's what I'll say. But Henry Cavill is right up there with, like, I don't know, maybe Johnny Depp, Keanu, maybe Scarlett Johansson. There's like a handful of actors and actresses that are basically universally loved. They might not like the movies that they're in. They may not like a movie or a show or something like that. Even, I was pretty critical of The Witcher early on, for example. But I really loved Henry Cavill as an actor and as Geralt. And, so it was like, I'm watching it because Henry Cavill's in it, Same with Superman. Obviously, most people, most men and women I don't know, if you're probably over 20, you grew up with Superman, it probably wasn't much of a part of maybe Gen Z's kids. I can't really say for sure, but if you're Gen X or you're a boomer or you're a millennial, I mean, Superman was kind of a big deal. And the fact that after being told, hey, we're bringing you back, you should announce it, now them changing it is awfully suspicious, right? Leaving The Witcher, then it's like he's being canceled quietly, isn't it? Now, Henry Cavill did have this kind of mini Me Too back in the day where he made some offhanded remarks about, you can't chase women anymore. I thought they were extremely benign, inoffensive. Hollywood tried to cancel him for that. But this feels weird. It's like, who on earth doesn't want Henry Cavill as Superman? Like, literally. I'll give you like a couple of minutes to think, like, is there a better actor right now for Superman? I can't think of it. And, they're going back to James, now the head of DCEU says they want to go back to yet another young Superman. Why? Do you know what I would give to watch like 6 straight Superman movies of him just like fighting some of the most famous enemies in Superman's history, like a full grown man, like just kicking rear? I don't want another origin story. I don't want another dorky Clark. I want Superman kicking butt for like a trilogy with Henry Cavill playing him. But no, we don't get that because James Gunn thinks he knows better, apparently. I don't know what else why is he being canceled? Who on earth outside of, James Gunn didn't want Henry Cavill back for this role? It's actually mind-blowing. The 39-year-old actor penned a letter to fans and posted to Instagram. So Henry Cavill went from playing Geralt of Rivia and Superman to neither. Something doesn't add up, does it? It's just, I think there's more than meets the eye here. I know how many of you are thinking about Transformers right now. In the letter he penned, he said, I had just had a meeting with James Gunn and Peter Safran, and it's sad news. Everyone, I will, after all, not, it's sad news, everyone. I will, after all, not be returning as Superman after being told by the studio to announce my return back in October. So that tells me something changed. Obviously, DC is in shambles right now. This could be a part of the restructure. Maybe it's just a money thing. And they're like, well, we want to do Superman, but we don't want an established Superman. We don't want to pay $15 million or whatever an established male actor makes now for a headline role. But this is the same company that has kept the absolute menace who plays the Flash, Ezra Miller. They're absolutely fine with Ezra Miller, who's out there doing God knows what, stealing from people, raising his hands at people. He's fine. I don't understand. But that's life. The changing of the guard is that something that happens. I respect that. James and Peter have a universe to build. I wish them all the luck with the universe, and the best of luck, and the happiest of fortunes. For those who have been by my side through the years, we can mourn for a bit, but we must remember Superman is still around. Everything he stands for still exists. And the examples he set for us is still there. My turn to wear the cape has passed, but what Superman stands for never will. It's been a fun ride with all of you onwards and upwards. Look, Henry Cavill is a master at understanding the fans, the fandom. I don't know if you remember this, but there was this one like gotcha journalist that at one time was like calling the fandom toxic, and he was just like, no, player. They just love the lore. I think it was about The Witcher. They like tried to bait him into calling fans toxic, and he just wasn't having it. And like, I like Henry Cavill as an actor. Obviously, I don't know him as a man, but he doesn't really appear to be on Twitter telling people, you know, who to vote for, or, you know, vote for this policy or that, or, you know, putting, you know, a blockbuster flag in his bio or any of this kind of stuff. I don't even know if he's on social media. I assume he is because that's an Instagram post, but you get what I mean. I don't think he's active. So he's gone from the playing Geralt of Rivia and Superman to essentially nothing. Could he be the next James Bond? I don't know. He doesn't look Bondy enough to me. I think he could pull it off, though. You know, I don't know if it's that, you know, even just a few weeks ago, Dwayne Johnson admitted that he fought for years with studio executives to bring Cavill back as Superman, but for now he's hanging up his cape. You know, I don't even understand. You see a lot of the comments, this makes no sense. The one thing fans do want is Henry Cavill back as Superman, so of course they refuse to do it. Do they even want to make money? They say if they take Superman in the direction of Wonder Woman 1984, the entire franchise needs to be shut down. Well, we just saw the other day that Patty Jenkins released a statement about Wonder Woman 3, and it's just basically shelved at this point. What I'm thinking is probably happening is that James wants to build everything from the ground up. But the crazy thing is, you're clearly throwing out the baby with the bathwater here. I mean, dude, if you sign up Henry Cavill for a trilogy of Superman movies that will release in 2024, 2026, and 2028, people would be jacked. People would love to see that. You know, like, and they just, I don't know what is the deal. They want to make it like Riverdale. They want to have more of these stupid, like, teeny bopper versions of Superman. I'm assuming that's actually what it is. Like, I started watching Wednesday last night. It's weird. Like, when you get a little bit older, I love the Addams Family. You know, Luis Guzman, he doesn't look like the Adam, you know, he doesn't look the part, but he does look the part in the comic. So I'm just kind of, you know, the old drawings of Gomez Addams. He's fine. I just like, man, the actors that play them in the movies are just so much better. Like, the mom, she's just boring. Luis Guzman, you know, I don't know. He's got so much life in the movies, and he's boring. Wednesday's fine, but she's a Mary Sue. You know, she's got superpowers, and then she's at like some Harry Potter university with. I watched like 1.5 episodes, and I was like, I'm out. This show is just clearly not for me, and that's fine. Obviously, there are a lot of shows that aren't for me, but I had high hopes that it would be interesting because I love the Addams Family. All it made me want to do is watch, you know, the Addams Family again, which for some reason I always want to watch around Christmas. Is that a thing for you too? Even Addams Family Values, I know people are like, man, I still like it. The actor that plays Lurch on Wednesday kind of plays the part. I think they did a good job with Thing too. But it's just like cheesy high school Riverdale CW stuff with a mixture of men bad kind of thing. The actress that plays Wednesday does a pretty good job, I'll say. But yeah, it's clearly not for me. Anyway, if they make a Superman like that, also clearly not for me. Like, here's Tessa, the best thing they've got going, and they fire him. Henry is who the fans love and want. I mean, yeah, it's going to be fun to watch this freak woke company lose millions. I mean, I'm just baffled by this. Gal Gadot, you couldn't find a way to have Gal Gadot play Wonder Woman again? I thought she was great as Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman 1984 was not a good movie in comparison to the first. But, like, that doesn't mean you can't right the ship in the third one. There are many films and trilogies that, slack a little bit here and there. But it seems like maybe it's a cost-cutting thing. You got to pay Gal, you got to pay Henry. I don't know where Henry's at in terms of high-tier actors. He's probably, like, not the upper echelon, but I'm sure the dude gets paid. But I don't understand this. For DC, which has been floundering for years, the worst thing that ever happened to DC was like Aquaman making $1 billion. Because then they're just like, oh, this is great. We'll just keep doing this recipe. We'll just copy Marvel. It's not what people want. It's not what people want from DC. Like, there's a reason the Dark Knight trilogy did awesome. There's a reason Joker did awesome. Because DC fans are different. They don't want, like, little cheese ball making jokes every 10 seconds. Oh, the entire world's about to, end, but am I right, guys? Am I right? Remember, I'm Fat Thor now. Ha 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 ha. Like, I don't like that. I mean, there was a time in my life where I did, but I like this more serious stuff. I mean, Morbius is getting a sequel. What is happening? It's very disappointing because, I know fans of Superman have been getting hosed for years. Now, I don't know if there's something more behind the scenes going on with Henry. It seems like there is. It seems like there's something going on. Is he difficult to work with? I don't know. Nobody says anything bad about him. But how do you just walk away from The Witcher and then get fired from Superman like 2 weeks later? None of it makes any sense to me. I'll be interested in reading your comments in the comment section down below, and we'll talk to you again real soon.